Today we're going to go over some of the basics on how to create a WeVideo. Today what we want to do first is when you're into WeVideo, first thing you do is log in with your Google account. Once you're in, up on top you're going to have the dashboard, media, and videos. When I see media, I want to click the media button, and I want to scroll down to the plus button on the bottom right and click import. When I see import, in the middle of the screen it'll say browse to select. And from there, I'm going to hit browse to select, and that will bring me, on a Chromebook, it'll bring me right to my Google Drive folder. On me, I actually have to hit the Google Drive button because it's a little bit different. Once I'm there, I click my button where my photos are. You have a shared folder. Mine are in test shots. I click one video, hold the shift button down, and I click as many videos as I want. I select them, and they all import in a matter of minutes. A good thing to do is to do this the night before our project you're going to work on is done, or you're going to work on, and that way it's ready to work on the next day in class, and you don't waste any precious time uploading that you will use in class. When that's done, you go into the dashboard and click Create New. On the left, you should see over here, before you do that, you have 0 minutes used so far this month on minutes published. I click Create New. And what I'm going to do is, this is my new project for the Outsiders. And what I'll see is I have all the videos that I have created or uploaded recently. And I can click on them and it'll preview them. And the first thing I want to do is I look on top. The first tab is My Media. And these are all the things that I have access to. These are all the videos that I've shot or voice recordings that I've put in. The second tab allows me to have what are called motion titles. Those are nothing we have access to. And seasonal titles, again, in the premium version only. And then I have static titles, and I have annotations. We're going to look at static titles. The first thing I want to do is, if I want to have a title page to my movie, I would drop this down right here and pull it into the top. Then I can slide over to where I have backgrounds. I can actually put a background underneath. All right. And then what this allows me to do is this is called layering. I always have the writing on top of the background, which leads me to another cool thing I can do, which is cutting. When I want something to be the same size as the object on top of it, I line up the lines, and I go here, I hit the cut button. Now I just hit the delete button, and they're lined up. Now I can go into this video by double clicking, and I can actually just call this whatever I want. On editing, I could change the color if I wanted to. All right, that's 8 seconds. So if I thought, whoa, that's way too long, what I could do is, oops, this is 3 seconds. Maybe I'm going to cut this and trash it. And then I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to cut that and trash the bottom. And then I have a 3-second intro. The next thing I want to do to make my life a little bit easier is, remember, then I'm going to add in my video, and I can follow my storyboard in a row. So I come back here to the home page, and here's some of my video, and I want to go and order my storyboard. And I wouldn't add any transitions in yet. I'm literally just looking at putting my video in order that I shot it. If I was doing digital storytelling, it's just me dropping them in order. So let me get them in a row. Let's scroll over a little bit. I have this little here if I want to view this a little smaller or not. When my videos are in a row, I can actually, if I go here, and the cool thing is, I look here and I like, oh, you know what? I want to make my life a little bit easier. I can come up and I can click a thing called themes. And I know I want to have music in my video. I know I want to have a cool background. So I can come up here and I can click, and this is actually what's called creating a theme that's already done for me. This will actually put a filter on all my files, and it'll put a cool little watermark around here, and it'll have music already added in. So if I click theme, it'll add this directly into mine. And there's a ton of free ones here, all the way down to the bottom. This is a great one if you're using something like stop motion and putting it together. Puts a cool real flair on it. I can still add things such as special effects in later, or sound effects, better yet. You can also, when you're looking at a film individually, is hit editing, and you can change the scale of a photo. One of my favorite things here is change the audio. You can take the audio out and put a voiceover in it later on, turn the audio in, and then when you click on editing, now that looks a little bit weird, but that's how it's going to look now in the video itself. You can also go to FX, which this can turn something all black and white. Change it in all clips or just this particular clip. Be careful of not changing too many different filters in all your different clips because it looks a little bit weird, but one consistent filter for the whole thing can look pretty cool. So now my whole thing is black and white and just in that particular clip. When I'm done and all of these are clipped down, so this is 6 seconds, and I know I've watched it a few times, and I know I want to have it be just about 3 seconds long. And then I'm going to cut it. So then this is what I delete out. Then I'd slide this down. That's why it's important that I don't come up here and add transitions, which are awesome, but until my video has been cut around. And then when my video has been cut and I've moved things around, I can start adding in transitions later on. Oops. Oop. So my video is done, I can add transitions in. A couple more things to keep in mind. All right, don't add any sound effects to the end. So right here, you can add in your own music for the underneath. You always want a little music, and you definitely want to have people talking. I can actually hit, if I go to the home screen, I can actually have a voiceover. Look at good examples. Great examples have a voiceover in them. All right. Second of all, you can have there's cool effects in here, such as I go to sound effects, there's animals, effects. If I click effects here, there's a school bus, there's a pencil. All right. So I put the pencil in. Well, it's super long, or is it super, oh, we lost it. Let's try it. Let's try an animal. I need to put in audio. I put it in video. That's why it didn't stay. And that's 20 seconds of summer insects. We don't need summer 20 seconds. We want a couple. Then I just hit the delete button. And then that's going to sit right here when I have my outdoor scene. All right. Now this scene is 12 seconds. Again, way too long. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to delete this. Now that's starting to come together. I'm going to move this down here. All right. A cool thing I can also do is if I have a cool effect they don't have on here, but I have it on my phone or access to it on another device, I can actually hit the record button, which is here, record it, click record, and then I can listen to it and record it and then put it in here. Of course, there's a lot of other cool tricks you could do, adding transitions, which I would expect, adding cool effects. If it has a green thing, such as motion titles, and it says get unlimited access, don't use those because they won't be published. When you're done, you click finish, you name it. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. So once it's set, you click this and then click Google Drive. Have a great day.